Hey, 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 everyone. Today is Thursday the 17th. Oh, that's pretty loud. Today is Thursday the 17th. Lots of activity happening today. Uh, and a few things going on tomorrow. We will have an Xfinity race tomorrow night. Um, NBA tomorrow night. Um, I'm not sure about NHL as of yet. And then, of course, baseball. Uh, Tonight, we've got an NFL game, we got NBA, we got golf starting already, we got baseball, we got hockey, we got a truck race. All that's happening tonight. I'll give you a quick rundown of where last night was. The struggles with the Major League Baseball continues. Um, we had that lineup where we said, "Hey, it's really going to depend on our lineup going well with with the hitters with the pitchers that we went with." Um, because we were able to then get we had to go on a bit of a stretch for the position players. Well, the two pitchers did great. Singer, uh, pitched 6 complete innings, 8 strikeouts, gave up no runs, only 2 hits, scored 31.7 points. Cole did great, pitched 7 innings, only gave up one earned run, 2 walks, 3 hits, 8 strikeouts. They both got the win. But and then we went with an Atlanta stack. And Atlanta basically got shut out. I mean, they lost 5-1 at Baltimore. We had Freeman, Swanson, Acuna Jr., Ozuna. Acuna Jr., nothing. Ozuna, nothing. Uh, you know, Freeman had 1 hit, scored 1 run, and had 1 walk. But Swanson, nothing. It was remarkable. And the other lineup that we had, where we went with the, uh, you know, hey, let's try and get some hitters that are known for hitting various pitchers. First of all, our two pitchers, we had DeGrom or Odorizzi. They both got hurt apparently. One made it through 2 innings. He's listed as day to day now. I guess he had a hamstring issue happen. But he only pitched 2 innings, gave up 3 runs. A lot of it a negative 2.5. And then we had the Jake Odorizzi there. He left the start with an abdomen injury. He left with an issue with his finger. Was pitching well prior to, but he had an issue with his fingernail, apparently. Those baseball players. They gut it out. They damaged his fingernail and he's out. And on that lineup, we had, a bit more coverage from our hitters. Everybody pitched in except for Van Meter at third base for Arizona. Arizona scored 9 runs. We had Varsho, we had Walker, we had Van Meter, all for Arizona. 1 RBI. amongst them. And that was from the guy hitting ninth. And the number 2 hitter, number 3 hitter, virtually nothing out of them. So still definitely having issues making Major League Baseball come to fruition for us. We did have our NBA lineups. Oh no, that was the other day. Yeah, yesterday was nothing but baseball. So today, right now, we've got some golf going on. We ran through the golf last night. In terms of we went with 2 lineups, we went with 2 builds for golf. It's first day. It does look like the course is causing issue for people. Dustin Johnson is at a +3 right now. There we go. Dustin Johnson is at a +3 right now. It's put him in 69th. So that's 70th. That just changed. So that's obviously an indication that lots of people are struggling. If +3 is getting you at 70, it's -4 right now is tied for second. That's Wolf. So all these guys, he's an even. He's a +2, a +1, a +1. Dustin is the low man on the totem pole in this lineup at a +3. Obviously, everyone's got a chance to make the cut, and that's going to be the key. If Dustin can pick it up tomorrow, he's still got 2 holes left. If he can birdie one of them, 2 of them here at the end, get himself into more of a +2 situation, I feel fairly comfortable about that. Woodland's here at a +2. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Obviously, the big thing is who winds up making the cut. The other roster, which has 4 of the same players, but we've got Patton here who definitely had difficulty. 6 bogeys. He's at a +4. Again, now that being said, he's not out of it. If he can rebound, we'd be very happy with that. Hovland's coming in at a +1. Still got 3 more holes to go. 4 more holes to go. 3 more holes to go. So these 2, are obviously the ones that we switched out for the other folks. We'll see. Patton's gonna have to pick it up. He's gonna have to golf a lot better tomorrow than he did today. But we'll see. Golf is always the second day is really where you kind of figure out how's your roster going to turn out. And that. Let's take a look at a couple of the other things that are about to be starting. Let's see which one starts next. The next thing to start is the baseball showdown. So let's take a look at the basketball showdown. Again, we're building a few lineups for the NFL tonight for the showdown. We're not playing in any of the full, 16 game Thursday. Well, maybe we will. I don't know. Maybe. But let's take a look at NBA first, because that's starting in a little under an hour. There's a lot of ways to go tonight. Miami and Boston. Here's what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at Wanamaker as being the key guy. He had a great game in the first game. We know he can disappear, and kill you. But if you slip Wanamaker in there and hope that he has close to the kind of performance he had in his last game, then that opens it up that you can captain Tatum, who's really been carrying the team, getting 50, 60 points every night. You can captain him. You can get Adebayo. You can get Dragic. You can get Hero, and you can put in Smart. Who Smart is pretty consistently in that 30 range. But he popped for a 60 not too long ago. This gives you a pretty. I expect it to be a close game, a competitive game. This gives you some input from both teams. So I like that one. That's going to be a single entry, $12, 1,470 person tournament. We'll see what happens there. The next event to start is baseball. Obviously, like I said, we've been struggling on the baseball. Here's what we're looking at. Oh, hold on a second. I just saw something. Something got to change. Gotta change our catcher if we can. He is not starting. Let's see. Who do we want to put in? We had what's his name? Elias from Colorado, but he is not starting. So we could go with Perez from Cleveland. We do have another player for Cleveland, the number 6 hitter, Naquin, already in there. We could go with Perez. He's the number 7 hitter. Give us a little Cleveland block. Or we could alter and go down to Walters, who is the starting catcher for Colorado tonight. We already have the 6 and 8 hitters for Colorado. Walters is batting 9th. Let's see. Walters has no home runs. He's batting .230. Strikes out a good bit. Home. He actually bats worse at home than he does away, which is rare for a Colorado player. Perez, on the other hand, does have a home run. He's batting with 159. In his last 4 games, he's gone 0 for 10 with 7 strikeouts. Man, I think we're probably going to go lean towards Walters in that case. So then,
yes.
Is there anybody else that we want to bounce around here? Do we want to go Tapia from Colorado? We don't currently have in there. think we'll probably go with Tapia. We'll go with a 4-player Colorado stack and a 3-player St. Louis stack. So let's get back over there now and take a look at this lineup. Starting in 50 minutes. Here's what we're looking at on this one. One of these is going to break through and get us some wins. This is another single entry tournament. It's only $5 one. Going with the 2 power pitchers here. Going with Nola and Bieber. Nola has some ridiculous numbers against some of the Mets players. So he's my top pick. He's second most expensive pitcher, but he's definitely my top pick. But Bieber, I mean, you can see he just mows down people every game. Other than that, we're going with a bit of a Colorado stack. Really, it's a other than Tapia batting first, it's a lower-ended stack because we've got the 1, the 6, the 8, and the 9. So this isn't a stack that's necessarily meant to explode, but who knows? And then we're going with a decent stack against the Pirates here from St. Louis with the 1, 2, 3 hitters, I think. Yeah, going the 1, 2, 3 hitters, and then we're grabbing Grichuk. One, I love the name. For Toronto against the Yankees. Primarily just that he has hit Tanaka really well over his career. He's, I mean, not necessarily for average. I think he's around 300. Take a look again. He is, for his career, against Tanaka. Yeah, he's 278. So not like, oh man, he's killing it. He's got 5 hits and 18 at bats. All 5 of those hits are extra base hits. So every time he's gotten hit, it's been an extra base hit. And of those 5 extra base hits, 4 of them have been home runs. So a 278 average with all of that being extra base or home run, I'll take the chances on that. So there you go. That's just a 6-game slate coming up tonight. Do that. Yeah, okay. What else we have happening tonight? Oh yeah. Okay, then we've got the truck race. The truck race always seems to be kind of a hey man, you know what's gonna happen? It's apparently a shorter track. These all kind of fell into place. I wound up staying away from the highest priced guys. Who knows? But Enfinger is starting in first. Moffitt starting in second. They've both had really good history at this track. Moffitt, I think, has been 4 out of 5 top 5. I think. Enfinger's won twice here. Both Rhodes and Crafton also. And Friesen has been on a run finishing in the top 10. So these all kind of fell into place right there. And then Self here with 18. I checked out his stats and really, he's a pretty solid low price pick here. you know, with the exception of those two races where he had the 4 and the 12, you know, and then, you know, way back then he had a -3. But if you know, if you look everywhere else, you know, 31, 42, 33, 35, 45, then, you know, yeah, then the -3, of course. Then the 12 and the 4, but then 34, 34. I mean, so that's a fairly solid, um, you know, performance. You know, it seems like he's pretty decent at finishing the race. You know, he may not have finished here with you know, dropping out the crash there at 37. Might not have finished that one. You know, but I kind of like him as a low price option. He fell right into the price range that we had after picking these 5. You know, I think there's obviously a chance that Chastain can score a ton of points. He's starting 34th. Um, he's going to move up, so he's going to get differential points. You know, same thing with Kligerman. Creed's been on a pretty good streak as well, so I totally get paying up for any one of these guys and looking for that kind of movement on. But I'm going to play it this way. I'm going to see if we can play it a bit safer, hopefully, and score some points and wind up in the money, and not necessarily expecting that to be a challenger for the $5,000 first place finish. But, you know, if we can get them in, get into the money, we'll be happy. Anytime we get into the money, we're happy. And then what else we got? Then we got the NHL tonight. NHL tonight showdown. And we are looking at, again, Tampa Bay and the Islanders tonight. Double overtime last game. Islanders stayed alive. Varlamov totally put the team on his back. Made 36 saves on 37 shots. Went into double overtime. They won 2-1. It was definitely a fight. I'm looking for Tampa Bay to close it out tonight. Putting Clutterbuck in there because he's bare minimum and he does pretty decent as far as ice time and getting at least a few points. You know, so you know, yeah, obviously he went a little nuts on that one there. And getting the goal and tons of shots for him. You know, so he's got that, but I think there was some discussion about him moving up. That they reshuffled the lines. They reshuffled the lines, I think, and Clutterbuck. I think. Let me check. I think Clutterbuck wound up getting moved into a decent. Yeah. Yeah, he got moved up to the top line, actually. Who knows if he'll be there tonight, but he was there in the last game. They won, so you'd think, why mess with a good thing? So just getting a guy that's only $2,000 playing on the top line is going to increase your chances of getting some shots on goal and maybe getting a point in there somewhere. But other than that, I'm going heavy on Tampa Bay. I'm going to take the Vasilevsky here. Mainly to get the win. You know, they don't give up a lot of shots. That's a rough one when you get 37 shots on goal. And you only give up 22 and you lose. But we'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to go heavy on Tampa Bay here. I'm going to, like I said, captain the goaltender. Kucherov was shut out last time. That's the first time in the playoffs that's happened. Polak, Shattenkirk, definitely getting some good defensive play. And Sorelli, if Point doesn't play, Sorelli moves up. If he does play, he's still a decent bet. And he fits in there with the 900. I mean, 6,000. I have no idea where 900 came from. That was just numbers. So that's what we're looking at for hockey. And then currently, we're going to go with 4 entries into the, just a small $3, well, it's a big 118,000 person showdown tournament. Go with 4 $3 entries. Let's see if I can just get. Just get the NFL lineup up to tell you.
See, that's what you can do, Dave. You're asking what other projects? Boom, take some slack off.
See if that works. See how that works. That's not bad. So here is the lineups that we're looking at. So we're going with you know, I'm not a big Odell Beckham Jr. believer. I talked about that before, but in a GPP like this, a massive GPP, Odell Beckham does have a tendency, when he does play well, it's on a nationwide game. Browns don't get a lot of those. Tonight will be one as a Thursday night primetime matchup. So I'm going to throw Odell in there as the captain, hoping that there's not a super high percentage of them doing that, and that Beckham comes through. If he does, then we'll have Mayfield, we'll have Parkey kicking the extra points. We got Hodge in there as a money saver, and playing on the possibility of Jarvis not playing. Even so, Hodge looks like he's going to be the number 3 guy. If Jarvis doesn't play or can't play the whole game, Hodge might get bumped up, see a lot more play time. So I'm throwing him in there along with the Beckham thing on the off chance that they both happen. If they do, then you could have an interesting lineup. And then on the other side, going Burrow and A.J. Green. I think A.J. Green's trying to be on a comeback tour after last year and show that he can still play. Maybe try to get one more decent contract with somebody somewhere. So that's the one lineup I'm running with. The other lineup I'm running with is much more standard showdown lineup, going with the 2 primary running backs, the 2 primary QBs, and the 2 kickers. This one is not by almost any metric. This one is not going to finish in first, but it gives you a chance of finishing in the money. Because you're going to get access to all of the passing yards to the 2 quarterbacks. You should get access to both of the to a lot of the rushing yards between Chubb and Mixon. Again, I'm not a big fan of Mixon. But he did get 19 carries, I think, last week. And they may be saying, hey, let's try to keep control of the game and keep Beckham and Chubb and maybe Landry and Mayfield gets try to keep them off to control the game. So they might carry a lot. So this is based on hoping that it's a bit of a smash mouth kind of game, and that Chubb gets a lot of carries. Over here is me going pretty heavy on the Bengals. Like I said, I like AJ, so I'm gonna go with AJ as my captain. Hoping he has a big game. His connection with Joe seems pretty good early on. Burrow, that is. Go with Mixon, hoping that maybe if Burrow and Green can get a a lot of points and get out to a lead. Mixon can do some clock chew up, get Bullock in there for the extra points and the field goals, and bank on Mayfield throwing 2 or 3 interceptions like he likes to do, and maybe getting sacked a number of times. So sneak the Bengals in there. And then goes Beckham on the chance that maybe there's garbage time later. And but that's the heavy Bengals. And then over here we're going with another one that's probably not going to win anything, and really looking for a low scoring, messy game. Going to captain the Bengals again, hoping for 2 or 3 picks from Mayfield, maybe a pick 6 in there, right? Mayfield, Browns, man. But then throw the Browns defense in there too. Joe Mixon. Not Joe Mixon. Burrows. He's a rookie. It's gonna be his first road game. He's gonna go to Cleveland.
So nice to have you back.
And Cleveland can be ugly place to play. So go with both the defenses, go with both the running backs, hoping that it's a grinded out kind of game, and then go with the 2 big name receivers just because if someone breaks something open, it might be that. So that's what we're looking at for the Thursday night games.
That's it. So he's like, alright. So he already was on that course of action. He's like, Tara, she lives on the edge. That's what I'm telling you to do. He's like, so today he texted me, this is a bit on the edge. I don't like it. And I said,
now there is a slate of games that are all 16 games.
It's getting worse. There's something else broken now, something wrong. He went to, because he's Paul, he wanted to go look at his car engine to see if he could see anything. He's not a mechanic. He's like, oh, yeah, the slight misalignment on the stinger thing, But because he's Paul, I just got to go look at it. Well, he went to do that, and the hood release wouldn't release, so you couldn't open the hood. So then it's like, so then he's like, do you think Dave's available for a chat? And we're like right here, so I went, yep. I do, because he's in my kitchen. And you want him to call? Because I knew he'd actually a phone call. So it'd be easier than typing back and forth. And it'd be another person you could say that he's talked to add to his list, Pretty much. He'd be like,
if we looked at
whatever they do. 10 days I've talked to you and mommy.
Let's see about maybe running through this
So now
16 game slate right now.
and Ryan and me
And
for a phone call with her. So but yeah, so then they just talked and probably
and who we would
told him the same thing I
look
did.
at drafting.
Maybe they can fix it when you take the car in. Just like go to the place.
Let's see. There's a few.
But that wasn't good enough. That's why he had to talk to Dave. He said, no, they can take care of that. When
There's a few
But of course, the what if
potential.
Well, what if they won't be able to look at the car because of that? Like, there are car
Money
fixes.
options
What
here.
do you think they do? They fix stuff, right? And they go, just like Dave does.
Take a look at the defensive teams.
And do something.
When I'm building my I like to look at defensive teams just because you can usually look at something there where you can save some money. Obviously I like the Steelers at home here against Denver. I like that. Ravens at Houston. That's interesting. Tennessee, New Orleans, Green Bay. With Detroit coming to them, that's not bad. The Vikings were horrible. Don't expect them to be horrible all year. New England's going to Seattle. Carolina's going to the Buccaneers. That's a That's a potential
There
money
might be
saver
something wrong with
there.
the finger over there, but I'm not sure. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. So, yeah. So Dave talks about it. And apparently that was good. Dave's good. Oh, that has a bad connotation. Oh, okay, yeah, you're in the wind tunnel. Sorry, you'll see what's happening.
Yeah,
We're making the
I
chalkboard.
think if I'm gonna go
Dave dropped the cans on the floor. So
here, I'm gonna go.
enjoy the wind
I'm gonna
tunnel.
start by looking at Tampa Bay.
Yeah. It was really great too.
Then we're gonna jump over to our tight ends. Take a look at the tight ends.
Spray painting the pantry door with chalkboard paint. Be like, that's crazy. Was his response?
Crazy.
I could go Hooper tonight. You know, Ebron was really not much of a factor there against the Giants on the opening night. But I think he's going to get some. I liked O.J. Howard too.
I know you.
Probably not the Memphis. Yeah,
If Dave, Bryce gonna go.
probably.
Yeah, I think
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
I'm going to go with O.J. I'm going to throw O.J. Howard in there. I think that, you know, as I think Tom likes to go to his tight ends there. Tom doesn't like losing. If we've learned one thing from the first week of the NFL, it's that Belichick is definitely a better cheater than Tom Brady. You know, the question everyone's been asking for the last 20 plus years. First week seems like it's Belichick is the better of the two. As far as quarterbacks go, you know, I mean, I liked Ben. He looked good on Monday night in Denver. You know, Denver's not wanting to go. When they're not wanting to go 0-2, so they're going to try and play hard. You know, I might go with Ben on this one. You know, I might go with Ben at 6,300. That's not bad. I like Murray too, but Washington, you know, I think shook some people up.
But everybody's getting antsy. These teams can do it. That's the other half of Pennsylvania.
You know, but I'm going to take Ben again. I think Ben's going to continue with a pretty decent. And then I can still grab Juju at 6,500.
Noah has asked if I want to go out to a small private practice.
And
Do I want to? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I still have to be very cautious.
and Deontay. I could go both ways there.
We'll do that ring meeting for you for Johnstown.
October 3rd. And that's theoretically immediately after.
If we look at the running backs,
But that's before. soon as it looked like it was going to be an extended thing, they recruited him to be their special deputy.
Oh, nice.
I think that's a great decision.
I think we gotta go. Yeah, I think we gotta go with the young Taylor kid. Going against Minnesota. Minnesota got chewed up last week. Taylor's gonna be the main guy up there in Indy now that Mac's gone.
I've been sitting here waiting and then think about it. Wait. What else do you do when you think? Right. So yeah,
So that cabinet was better?
oh, I used this.
Oh, okay. And then you said you pointed something.
Oh, no. The edge of the counter.
Just the counter.
Yeah.
Motion over there too.
Our other running back.
Wipes.
See, that's what I was saying. I was like, what?
Okay. Got it.
I knew you'd open the cabinet. I wasn't,
I want to go with Barkley. You know, I mean, the Steelers shut him down so hard last week.
Door opener.
I can't see him
All right.
getting held down again by Chicago.
Yeah.
now we need chalk.
You know, I mean, I do like Elliott being cheaper. Henry's gonna get the ball. I know that. Kamara going against Vegas. You know, that was a,
I was thinking like
you know,
a pin.
he's gonna fit right into the kind of player that can chew up Vegas. I do like. Let's go with Kamara. I want to go with Kamara. With our other wide receiver, no. I'd love to see if we could fit Hopkins in there again. I mean, definitely looks like he's gonna.
23. Do you want to wait until I come back to pull the tape down?
Yeah, I think so.
I'd at least want it to sit overnight like that.
Lee Jones already questionable or something? Oh, hamstring. That's good. Okay. I'm gonna put Hopkins out there, man. We do that. We have 4,700 left at the flex. Yeah, I mean, there's Adrian, right? I mean, there's Peterson. Yeah. But is he going to be able to run the ball in Green Bay? Is it going to be close? They're going to try to run the ball, or they don't want Green Bay to score like they did last week. No, but it's definitely hard not to go with Peterson. I mean, CD Lamb almost had, almost had that touchdown. It's a good matchup for him too. Let's take CeeDee Lamb. All right, and that will be our 16-team roster. And I think the only other thing is to do a quick run through for you for some of the bets I've made for tonight's game. I put a couple of bets in on the sports book, and I am going with, again, I don't know if it's going to be an every week thing. Oh yeah, we should do a quick pool selection. Yeah, pool contest. Let's see. All right, let's do this. Question 1. Will Joe Mixon or Nick Chubb score a touchdown in the fourth quarter? Yes or no? I'm gonna say yes. Total combined touchdowns by Baker Mayfield and Joe Burrow in the fourth quarter. Over or under 1.5. I'm going to go under 1.5. Will the 2-minute warning happen at the 2-minute mark? I'm going to say yes. Fourth quarter total points. Over, under 10.5. I'm going to say under 10.5. Longest offensive game in the fourth. Oh, this is the big play bonus thing that we're doing. Longest offensive game in the fourth quarter. 1 to 10 yards, 11 to 21 yards, or 22 plus yards. I wonder if they consider penalties an offensive game. Oh no, they don't. Okay, it says rushing / receiving. I'm gonna say I'm going to say 11 to 21 yards. Fourth quarter winner, Bengals or the Browns? I'm going to say Bengals. And what will the final score be? Even or odd? When you're asked even or odd, you're always going to go odd. Because odds are better. Alright, so that will be our weird pool pick there. Let's take a look at the free pro football pick'em. I have no idea what that means. This entry has used 0 of 2 required skip weeks. I don't know what that means. So there's that, and there's this. Alright, so. Alright, let's just take a look. So you got Cincinnati at +5.5 on this one. I'll take Cincinnati. Jacksonville at Tennessee. Jacksonville getting 8.5. I'll take the 8.5. Giants getting 5.5 at Chicago. I don't know. Chicago going to be a real team? Are the Giants really that bad?
Yeah, I hear you talk to Dave tonight.
I'm going to go with New York.
Favorite person every day.
Detroit is getting 6.5 at Green Bay. It's hard to go against Green Bay with the way they looked last week. I'll give up the 6.5. Carolina's getting 9.5 at Tampa Bay. I don't think Carolina's that bad. We'll find out. This is all free pools, by the way. So Buffalo is giving 5.5 to Miami. I'll take Buffalo. San Francisco is giving 7.5 to the Jets. I'll take San Francisco. The Rams are giving 1.5 to Philly. I'll take the Rams. Atlanta's getting 4.5 against Dallas. I'll take Dallas. Steelers are giving 7.5 to Denver. That's a big point spread, but it's free, so I'll take Steelers. Minnesota's getting 3.5 against Indy. I'll take Minnesota. Washington's getting 6.5 against Arizona. I'll take Washington. Baltimore's giving 7.5 to Houston. I don't think they're going to blow Houston out that badly. Houston tried. Kansas City is giving 8.5 to the Chargers. I'll take Kansas City. New England is getting 3.5 from Seattle. Hey, Bill's the better cheater. I'll take New England. And the Saints are giving 5.5 to Vegas. I'm going to take Vegas, especially with Thomas being questionable. Oh, okay. How did that work? So we're only supposed to pick 5?
I want to get to this, all this stuff, all this fun. I want to get past the washing part too, so I can actually start putting stuff away.
Alright, I'll take Cincinnati getting 5.5. I'll take, the Rams giving 1.5. I'll take Minnesota getting 3.5. I'll take New England getting 3.5, and I'll take Vegas getting 5.5. Okay, and then here is the... Okay, so this is the pick every game, but just the Sunday games. These have slightly different point spreads. I'll take Jacksonville with 10.5. I'll take the Giants with 5.5. I'll take Green Bay giving 6.5. I'll take Tampa Bay giving 7.5. I'll take Buffalo giving 5.5. I'll take San Francisco only giving 6.5. Rams are getting 1.5 on this one. That's weird. I'll take Dallas giving the 5.5. I'll take Pittsburgh giving 6.5. I like that a lot more than 7.5. I'll take Minnesota getting the 3.5. I'll take Washington getting 6.5. I'll take Baltimore giving 6.5. I'll take Kansas City giving 8.5, and I'll definitely take the best cheater in the league getting 4.5. Okay. So we got that all done. We got that all done. Okay, and then just to review my bets for tonight. I threw a couple of little $5 bets down on Cadarrell Hodge to score the first touchdown, again, just based on the possibility of Landry being limited or out. Then him getting some extra play time, the odds are, 35 to 1 for him to score the first touchdown, 7 to 1 for him to score a touchdown at all. So I threw down $5 on each of those. I'm also taking the Bengals getting 6 with the 25% profit boost on it. That's a maximum $50 bet. And then I've got my 4-pick parlay, which starts tonight. And it's just a $5 4-pick parlay with the points. Bengals getting 6, Jaguars getting 9, Giants getting 5.5, and Washington getting 6.5. So those are all of my sportsbook wagers tonight as well. That is everything from the gambling aspect. Before I sign up, I probably won't be back later tonight. I'll want to watch the game and then probably crash out because I got up early today for business stuff. I have to get up again early tomorrow for more business stuff. So I'm probably just going to watch the game, grab a bite to eat, and get right to bed. I will be around tomorrow sometime after 5 p.m. Eastern to gamble. But here is this is my memory of the day for September 17th. This is day 73 of 366. And this is my who was I playing poker with story. So, one time I was at Foxwoods Casino, greatest place on earth, and I was playing poker, which I am wont to do when we are at Foxwoods Casino. I really like getting into the sit-and-goes and the tournaments. So, I was in one of the larger tournaments. I think it was 100 people or so. It was $180 to get into the tournament. And something like the top 18 finishers got paid. We were down to around 36 people left or so in the tournament. And we had just shuffled tables. And I'm sitting in the number 5 spot. And directly to my right, there's a dude that looks ridiculously like Matt Damon. His physical build, his face, his mannerisms, his voice. And at one point, the two of us wind up heads up in a hand. And I make a bet. He comes back. He raises me. I've got a decent hand. It's not the nuts, but it's a good hand. And I'm trying to figure out if he's bluffing me because I think he is. And so I'm thinking it over for maybe a minute or so, and I see him looking at me. So I say to him, I see him looking at me, and I look at him and I go, "Do I know who you are?" And he goes like this. He goes, "Matt Damon?" "Yeah, I get that all the time." And kind of laughs. But he definitely does not say, "No, I'm not Matt Damon." He just goes, "Matt Damon? Yeah, I get that all the time." That's what he says. "Matt Damon? Yeah, I get that all the time." Never says, "Yeah, no, I'm not him." And just the way that he kind of laughed it off and was like, "Yeah, I get that all the time." So I go all in and goes, "Now I believe it is Matt Damon, and that he's going to be okay losing because he knows he can afford it." So he folds. I take the hand, and we wind up getting shuffled off table again about 30 minutes later. I did crack the top 18. I got back a few $100s, but I never ran into him again. I don't know where he finished. But there's at least 64% of me that believes it was definitely Matt Damon. So that's my memory from for day 73. Was I playing poker with Matt Damon? And there you go. And that is it for Top Hat. That's it for now, folks. I will talk to everyone tomorrow, and I will say my reminder. Oh, I gotta take some notes then. I'll stop. I'm gonna give a little. But until then, be safe out there. Make sure that you have fun somehow every day. Gamble on everything that you can gamble on. I mean that in so many ways. And as long as you're not against me, good luck.